Okay, so I'm putting this again. Now I've got the correct sleeve to the correct hole. And I've got, remember we had this seam allowance going forward because it had all the interfacing. So now I've got the shoulder to the shoulder. Let me check this time. This mark goes to that seam. See that mark? Now you notice the seam is way up here. But when you have a mark, remember the dot is way in here. The dot is 5/8 of an inch from the mark. Do you see the mark? So the dot is there. That's where it's supposed to hit the seam, okay, where the dot is. So you don't put the mark directly on the seam, okay? Now we have a better chance of these notches matching up. I swear that looks like a double notch. Let's just see what happens. Okay, this is lining up. There's my underarm mark, and there's my underarm seam. Here's this notch and this notch go together, and they are single notches. And then I have this mark and this mark, which go together, and now I'm out of pins. Okay, so now I take it, and you notice I ease this with one thread. That's just sheer laziness, okay? And it works. It's just you have to be a little more careful when you ease with one thread. So now, you know what I'm doing now, right? What am I doing? Yep, I'm pulling it. I'm pulling it. Why? To fit it in. Okay, so now I'm going to relax it. Get it so that it fits. All right, so now I'm going to start, and you remember I always like to go from notch to notch first. So I'm going to start at this underarm notch, turn it to the correct stitch length. That's a mistake a lot of people make. They sew and they're basting. It's not a good seam if you have it at the basting stitch length. Okay, you see this? Oh, you okay. So now I'm keeping all these seam allowances spread open. And now I'm at my first pin with the easing. So I want to pull back and make sure that the edge of each is together. When a pin is in the way, take it out. If you notice, I'm feeding this in here as a curve. Okay, that's staying that way. See, I'm rotating the sleeve as I do it, rotating the jacket. Okay, now pulling it back so that seam allowances are together here. I got a little pleat coming up. There, and I'm trying to arrive at this same spot. And I got a big fat hairy pleat. Just gonna go with it. Alright, so take all this out. And this is the best way to find pins, but it's the worst way. I just grab it like that to see if there's pins in there. And now, I want to show you what we got. Now you've got the sleeve in there. Okay, can you see it? Oh, there. The sleeve is in there now. Okay, you can stop.